Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Tuesday, July 13th, 2021, and we again find ourselves in the final hour of the trading day. As you know, the final hour of the trading day is my favorite time to make the majority of my buying and selling decisions for my swing trades, and I say this because during the day you have the day traders and the algorithms. They are in control of the price. I consider it mainly noise. At the end of the day, the large financial institutions come in. They're dealing with the most money. They have the very smart people, best information, best technology, and they take control away from the day traders and the algorithms in that last hour, in particular in the last few minutes. And I consider those prices, the closing prices or right before the close, to be the most valid price to make your buying and selling decisions from based upon your levels. So thank you all for coming today. It's always nice to have everyone here. I appreciate you spending your time here, investing your time here, and I hope by doing so it is helping you improve your trading and your investing. And it's always nice to have you here. I'm really glad and grateful for this group. Such great people, such great content, such great contributions. And so I just am grateful for our little trading family here. So, all right, currently, kind of a wild day in the market. The Dow Jones is down 77 points, down 0.22%, up earlier. NASDAQ now down 24.8. 5 down 1.17%. It was up earlier, and the S&P is down 9.14, down 0.21%, also down or up earlier. Excuse me, was I saying down? Let me start that again. Everything was green. Now we're red on the indexes. So, okay, here is the plan for today. First of all, we are going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we're going to come back, take a look at my current positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, and how I'm going to manage them going forward. Did have a couple day trades today on Qs and Love. I will go over those with you. After that, we're going to go over to the board. We're going to take a look at my students' positions. We're going to go through each one, take a look what they are, where they were purchased, where they are now, how they're doing. And so that will be fun. After that, we're going to switch gears for a minute, and we're going to talk about trader psychology. Always always the most important skill in trading, in my opinion, is the ability to manage your emotions, follow your trading plan. And if you're having problems with that, if you're having problems following your plan, you need to work on that skill. Just like if you can't dribble with your left hand, you need to start dribbling with your left hand, right? So it is very important. You have to keep yourself in a good mental state, in that happy zone, in that comfort zone where you're making the right decisions, and gains or losses are not affecting you and amplifying your emotions. So we're going to touch on some trader psychology. After that, I have gone down through my watch list. I have gone down through the results of Kamal's scanner. As you know, I have 3 requirements whenever I'm looking to enter a new trade. The first, I need to have a confluence or a combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. Secondly, I need to have a good risk to reward ratio, at least 2 to 1 based upon support below me, resistance above me. 2 to 1 is the minimum, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, even better, so that you can get that asymmetrical math working for you. And then lastly, regardless of what kind of trade you take, regardless of what you trade, whatever the strategy is, please make sure you have a complete trading plan. It's very important. For me, that includes analyzing the current volatility of the market or the ticker that you are trading, and position sizing correctly based upon the volatility so that you have the right position size. You have to know what your maximum allowed loss is. I need to know where my emergency stop is. I need to know where my end of day stop is. I need to know where my intraday profit targets are above me. I need to know where significant overhead resistance levels are above me. And also, extremely important, you need to have a good trailing stop plan or protocol in place so that if you have a good trade, you have the ability to lock some in without giving it all back, because that's always the worst feeling in the world, right? If you have a nice gain and you let it turn into a loss. So, experienced traders don't do that, or at least they shouldn't do that. And I hope you won't either. So I do have some potential end of day candidates. As we get closer to the close, I will go through each one. We'll look at the multiple time frames. We'll look at the risk to reward ratios. We'll keep in mind some correlation based upon the positions that I already have. Always important to keep in mind correlation. I like to get outside of equities as well. Gold, bonds, silver, dollar, rough rice, right? Rough rice is a thing. For those of you that trade futures, you'll know. So I'm going to try to narrow the list of potentials down to the very best one, like I do. So I have the best trade of the day. And if I find something that qualifies, I will purchase it right before the market closes. After the market closes, if anyone has any questions for me, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them. If you need any clarification on anything I discussed today, please let me know. If there are any stock symbols that you would like to get my opinion on today, feel free, put them in the live stream. I will do my very, very best to get to them before the close of the market. And then lastly, if any of my students have any new entries or exits for me today, if you could please, please, please wait till the end of the day after the market's closed before you tell me about them, so that I'm done trading, I'm done teaching, pressure is off, and then we'll spend as much time as we need to get them all taken care of, okay? Okay, so that's the rundown. That's the plan. I am going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer here, and I will be back in about 40 seconds. Hold tight. Thanks. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. Okie dokie, let's see who is here today. Where is, oh, here we go. Hey, Michael Martin is here. Michael, good to see you. Michael is a current student of mine and an excellent student, I might add. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Driving safe out there today on the roads. Paxton retracted 2 messages. That's kind of rude. Good to see you, Packy. Hope you're doing well. Steve Burns is here. Hello, Steve. Nice to see you, my friend. Always an honor and a privilege to have you here, Steve. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel. I appreciate it on a daily basis. I know everyone else does. Oh, Paxton did figure out how to type, and he says, hello, everyone. Good to see you, Packy. There is Tracy, the second half of the dynamic duo, Tracy and Paxton trading team. Nice to see you, Tracy. Hope you're having a nice day. There is Michael Wilkinson, aka Lova. Good to see you, Michael. Hope you are doing well. Dan is here with the peace sign. Nice to see you, Tan. Peace right back at you. Frank is here. Hello, Frank. Good to see you. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel and your wonderful and beautiful poems, Frank. I really, really appreciate them and look forward to them every day. Waterbender is back. Nice to see you, Waterbender. Appreciate you joining us again today. There is my friend Kamal. Good to see you, Kamal. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel with your scanner, all your contributions, and your friendship. Ava is here. Hello, Ava. Nice to see you, my friend. Hope you're having a really, really good day. And hope your trades are going well today as well. Tim is here. Timothy Taylor. Hello, Greg and everyone. Hey, Tim. There's my friend. We like to talk a little basketball, and it's kind of nice sometimes to get away from trading for a second and just talk some sports. But we need to have our Skype call and catch up soon, Tim, for sure. Khalid is here. Hi, everyone. Good to see you, Khalid. Steve says, BLNK back to the 200 moving average today. All right, let's take a look. I have all these papers and all these forms over here like crazy. Let's see. What are we looking at? BLNK blink. Oh, yes, it is. BLNK. All right, let's put that on the list. I like how that looks. Okay, we'll take a look at that in just a little while, but thanks for pointing that out, Steve. Really appreciate that. Gary says, hello, Greg and fellow traders. Good to see you, fellow Garys. Hope you're having a good day, my friend. And good chatting with you earlier in the group there. So, okay, let's see. All right, let's get to it. Alaska Airlines, Jonathan, Gary, David, Tracy, and Paxton, and myself, we did buy Alaska Airlines with the intraday rejection of the 200-day moving average, the under 30, over 30, the V1, and the rejection of the 200-day moving average. Did I say that already? Start over. Intraday rejection of the 200-day moving average. Under 30, over 30. Under the negative third channel, over the negative third channel with a V1. Bought at 57.77. Went up last couple days. Of course, I always scale out, take some profits when I have them right back at about break even. Now, my end of day stop on this trade, of course, is going to be a close below the 200-day moving average. So it is definitely down on the day, about break even on the trade, but holding the end of day stop. CLB, Gary, Tracy, Paxton, David, Ava, Michael, and myself did buy CLB, Core Laboratories, a similar setup. Under 30, over 30, rejection of the negative third ATR channel, rejection of the 100-day moving average, and a V1. Bought at 36.92. It's currently 37.46. It's up 3.17% today. So did hit one profit target today at 37.27. And so it is up on the day and now up on the trade. CMG has been a monster trade. Bought this all the way back here with a deep dip buy with an intraday rejection of the 250-day moving average and a V1. Bought at 1343.05. Moved up nicely. Got up to my trailing stop level, which is 1.5 ATRs from my entry. Then had a close below the previous day's low. Did sell half, but glad I kept the other half because this has just moved up like a monster. Just a monster leg along with the rest of the market. Is slightly down today, down 0.13%, but from entry to current price on this trade, 16.78%. So pretty good one right there. CMI, Frank and Ava and myself did buy CMI 2 days ago with this higher low close back above the 200 at 242.49. Next day came down, tested the 200, closed back above, kept me in. Today was up on the day. I did take some profits off at 244.97 before the reversal. It is down now on the day, but still holding the 200-day moving average. So I will have to watch that one. Looks like Ava got in here at 240. So my end of day stop here on this trade is a close below the 200-day moving average. GDX. All right, Gary, Tracy, Paxton, and I did buy GDX. Another confluence of signals. Under 30, over 30. Did buy here at 33.99. Moved up nicely. Took profits, partial profits as moved up. Came down, had that big down day last week, or this week. No, it was last week. Did hold the 30 RSI level, move sideways. Today having a good day, up 1.33%. I did hit two profit targets today, one at 34.27 and also one at 34.65. Let me check the RSI level here at the top. Where did we get to? Ooh, got close to that 50, but did not reject the 50. So up on the day and up on the trade. SPY, of course, I have my overnight SPY trade. I buy every day at the close. I hold it overnight. I take the overnight risk. I sell it first thing the next morning. This one was losing. I bought this yesterday at the close at 437.08. It's currently 436.30. So I did have an overnight gap, a down gap from 437.08 down to 436.30. So overnight loss on that particular trade. Of course, I'll buy then that again at the close. All right, VIX. I did buy VIX along with Tracy and Paxton. V2, false breakout to the downside. Bought it here at 28.91. Moved up really nice and strong. Took profits along the way. Here we rejected the 50 RSI. I did take half profits there. It did move 1.5 ATRs from entry, so I went into trailing stop mode. Had a close below the previous day's low. I sold the other half, locked it in. And then unfortunately today I had to follow my rules. When it got back to break even, I got out and which is fine because that last quarter of the position was a scratch trade. No harm, no foul, but then it's just reversed right back up. So anyway, I am out of VIX. Nice trade here. Interesting potential pattern here today, though. We have a higher low V1 on the VIX, rejected the -1 ATR channel. I may reload right back into this. XLU. All right, I did buy XLU yesterday with the dynamic duo, which is Tracy and Paxton, also with Ava on the 520 crossover, which does backtest well. Looks like today I'm going to have to get out of the trade, whipsawed up. We went up and then whipsawed right back down. Price is closing below both the 5 and the 20, which are the two moving averages that I use to take it. Also, the 5 is crossing under the 20, so I will be exiting XLU today for a loss. On the Qs, day trades, of course, you know I like to trade multiple time frames, monthlies, weeklies, dailies, 5 minutes. Bought the Qs here, deep dip buy of a close under the 200, back over the 200. Bought at 362.26, moved up here, sold half at 362.65, sideways motion, another big strong up bar. Sold another half at 363.29 and moved 1.5 ATRs from entry, then had a close below the previous day's low where I exited the full trade. So I got in at 362.26, got out at 362.65, out at 362.91, and out at 363.25. So nice little profitable trade there. Not so hot tamale on Southwest Airlines. I did buy Southwest Airlines. We went under 30, over 30. I didn't buy it. I didn't chase it. I waited for a pullback, a backfill, which we got to halfway. I liked it there. Bought at 51.69. Next bar, you know, a close below halfway of this bar I got out, and I did. So this was a small loss here from 51.69 to 51.59. So 10-cent loss on that. And then it was just rude because I had to get out because my rules told me so. And then it just rallied without me. But that is how it goes. Okay. Timothy says ALDK 200 bounce and I think under over 30. ALDX, I mean, sorry. I don't think it went under. I don't think it went under 30, Tim. But currently it's under the 200. Although I like it. It's Michael. If you're out there, this would be a higher low close or rejection of the 200-day moving average if it does. Right now it is under, so it would not be valid for me. Steve says UTZ currently has a 520 crossover today. I know Steve had a nice trade on UTZ a while back. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's put that on the list then. UTZ. Now let's put it on the list. The down here list. UTZ. Okay. Thank you for that, Steve. Appreciate that, my friend. All right. Let's get on to it and take a look at your positions. Here we go. Steve Burns. Nice trade here along with the dynamic duo. Did buy SE with a 520 crossover yesterday. It was a down day. Tim, if you're out there, you messaged me earlier about that. But yeah, I will definitely take a crossover on a down day, just like Steve and the dynamic duo did here with the 520 crossover. They bought at 275.35. It's currently 280.93. It's up 1.84% on the day and about 1.84% on the trade. So nice to have some good relative strength on a down day. Are we still down? I guess I better check. Yes, we are still down. Okay, so nice trade there. PD. Ava bought PD at 42.80. Initially went up nicely, came back down yesterday. Ava sold half, which I'm glad to see. Now it looks like we have a 520 cross under, so I imagine Ava will be getting it out of that. But anyway, good trade. You know, it was not a winning trade, but was a good trade because you followed your rules. PKI. Oh, PKI I have on the weekly. FCX. Steve had a beautiful trade on FCX with an under 30, over 30. Bought at 34.67. It's currently 35.70. It is down on the day today. but this particular trade up 2.91%. So Steve's had some really good trades lately. Yeti. Tracy and Paxton bought the 520 crossover on Yeti here at 92.20. It's currently 92.60. It is down on the day, but it is up on the trade. CSIQ, Kamal had a beautiful trade on CSIQ with the 520 crossover here at 40.34. Two huge big up days, pulled back, tried to rally, failed, came back down. Big day up yesterday, down today. But all in all, this is down on the day, but Kamal is up on the trade, which is the most important. All right, here we go. Seagate, who is this now? Tracy and Paxton and Ava did buy STX, looks like with this higher low V2 at 87.90. It's currently 88.70. It is down a little on the day, but it is up on the trade, so congratulations there. Alibaba having another big day for Steve. Steve bought the under 30 over 30 at 199.94. It's 210, up $4.52 today, up $2.19. This particular trade for Steve, a nice healthy 4.8%. So congratulations, Steve. Beautiful trade. BA. All right. So we have Kamal, Gary, Jonathan, and Ava. Kamal bought this on the daily at 239.50, so it's 228.78. It's down almost 4% today, so down on the day, down on the trade. And then Gary, Jonathan, and Ava also bought it on the weekly, so that of course is down as well. I have that on the weekly also. Disney. Jonathan bought Disney at 177. Is that? Yeah, 177 even. Had a big monster day up yesterday. Is down a little bit today. But this particular trade up 3.74% for Jonathan. Way to go. Ava, the trade of the week. Ava bought this beautiful sideways motion trigger of a fractal and a higher low V2 at 79.50. This has moved up like gangbusters, starting to move a little sideways, down slightly today, but holding very strong with the market being down and up 8.68%. Way to go, Ava. SSRM, we have Jonathan bought SSRM with the under 30, over 30, under the negative third, over the negative third, and V2 combination at 15.59. Moved up nicely, had a little bit of a pullback, up 2.52% just today. And Jonathan is up on this particular trade 4.24%. Hang in there, we're getting there. Angie, Steve, Tracy, and Paxton bought Angie with an under 30, over 30 at 12.24, down 3.89%. So this one down on the day, down on the trade. Looks like it's still holding the 30 RSI. And then last but not least, LEGR. Steve bought LEGR at, I have here 42.46. It's 42.29, so this was based upon the 520 crossover. So down on the day and down on the trade. Okay. All right, Frank has a poem for us. I am excited. Let me paste this over here. Frank has beautiful trading poems each day. I don't know how he does it. He's a wizard. That's how he does it. That's all I know. Let's read it. What brings you to the trading floor? Can you take a licking and ask for more? Do you keep knocking when opportunity slams its door? Rules and grit comes from your core. Be ready for what the market has in store. Perfecto. As always, what a great poem. Let's try it again. What brings you to the trading floor? Can you take a licking and ask for more? Do you keep knocking when opportunity slams its door? Rules and grit comes from your core. Be ready for what the market has in store. Can we give some hand clapping to Frank? My gosh, is that a wonderful poem. Frank, I don't know how you do it every day. It's just amazing. You really have a gift. I can't wait to see your book of poems. I'll definitely do my best to promote it because this is just fantastic, Frank. Thank you so much. Mr. David is here. Hello, David. Nice to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Hope the family is doing well. Hope your shoulder is also doing well. Okay, so. What do we have? 126. Let me grab a little drink of water here. Waterbender gives high fives and or field goal signals. Timothy said mic drop. He did. He just dropped the mic and walked out like Elvis. Elvis is, Frank is no longer in the building. That is totally a mic drop. Totally a mic drop. Wow, that's good stuff. That is really, really, really good stuff. Okay. So listen, everybody, before we start to take a look at our potential candidates for our end of day trades, you know, there are some really good Facebook, Twitter channels out there that I like to pull from each day. I like to read good trading words of wisdom. This is from Dr. Now, I hope I don't mispronounce this, and I'm probably going to. Anirudh Sethi, PhD. Probably butchered that. I apologize. He's he has many books that he's written. This is a great channel at LAMANIRUDH SETHI. But Dr. Anirudh Sethi, PhD. Sorry, I'm not doing so well with the pronunciation, but this is a great poem. This is a great post, everybody. He who sweats more in training bleeds less in war. Simple and to the point, right? He who sweats more in training bleeds less in war. So true. And as the doctor says over here, this is 100% valid for trading as well. And it is. In regards to trading, what does this mean? The more you prepare, the more you study, the better you're going to do in the markets. I mean, that's what I take away from it. Just like anything else, the more you prepare, the better you're going to be, whether it's running or tennis or practicing your guitar, anything out there. But he who sweats more in training bleeds less in war. And it's relevant to trading. Spend the time, everyone. Study your charts. Don't rush the trades. Identify levels where you'll be interested in if they come to. Don't buy them then. Just wait. Just like Warren Buffett says, there's no 3 strikes rule in the market. Just wait for that nice straight pitch that comes over the plate. And you're going to have your best chances of having a profitable trade if you do that. But prepare. Prepare your mind. As you know, I walk every day after the market. I go out, I process what I did today. I think about what how I could have done things better, maybe things I shouldn't have done, how I'm going to be better tomorrow. I do my trading mantras. You know what I mean? It's just all preparation, but you have to keep yourself in good shape psychologically to be a good trader. In my opinion, you should eat well. You need to get enough sleep. All the stuff your mother told you, right? And read books. Steve has wonderful books out there, right? Go to his website, newtraderu.com. Read his content. Take my course that's on Udemy and you're doing what you're supposed to do. You're here right now. So proud of all of you. But, I love this saying, he who sweats more in training bleeds less in war. And trading is war, everybody, in case we didn't realize, right? I want to bleed less by preparing more. So thank you, doctor. Appreciate that. I'm going to read the @ one more time. @ LAMANIRUDH SETHI. But he has a great channel. Appreciate that, doctor. That was helpful for me. Great picture of the dogs, and I hope it was helpful for everyone else. Steve says sports break. Oh, good. I love these breaks. I like fun fact breaks. I like joke breaks. Now we have sport break. Oh, good. I love it. Wasn't The Last Dance the greatest basketball documentary in history? That was good. The Michael Jordan one, that was great. Painful for me though, because I had to watch two finals with the Utah Jazz where we lost to them. So a little painful, a little traumatic, a little bit of PTSD happening there when I watched that. But yes, it was wonderful. Steve says, Greg, your psychology post share reminded me of Michael Jordan and a book I'm reading written by his trainer. Oh, interesting. Interesting. You know, we talk a lot of, we don't, I do. I talk a lot about OCD because I have it. Anyone figure that out yet? But I'll tell you what, OCD can be a bad thing. It can be a great thing. I think in trading, it's good. In business, it's good. In sports, it's good. Other things, not so great. But I'll try to look at the glass half full here. And, you know, I always say that like the superstars in business or superstars in sports or trading, it's just my opinion. I could be wrong on this. I don't know if any psychologists are out there, but I think in order to reach a certain level, you almost have to be obsessed. I'm sure Michael Jordan has OCD. He was obsessed with winning. Frank says, as you know, Kamal, this is one tough business. Yeah, the toughest ever, I think, right? Because it's a battle with yourself. Okay, so look, before we start looking at new potential trades, one more time, I just want to go through my currents. Okay, Alaska Airlines down today, slightly down on the trade, still holding end of day stop. And I'm bullish on this until it closes below the 200-day moving average. CLB. Nice up today, 3.25%. Profit target, fine. Hasn't reached my 1.5 ATR trailing stop level. CMG, just waiting for a. I'm waiting for the loss of the 70 RSI, in which case I'll get out of half. Then if I get a close below the previous day's low after the 70 RSI rejection, I'll get out. Or alternatively, if we have a close below the 5 EMA, I will get out of the full position. CMI. Barely holding its end of day stop here at the 200-day moving average. So I'm bullish on this unless it closes below V1 to the downside. Not so great. Let's see, what are we? 241.19. We're at 241.50. So we are still above. GDX doing nicely today. Hit the two profit targets. No rejection of the 50 RSI. So that's a holder. SPY looks like I will be getting a decent little end of day SPY price on SPY, so I'll be buying that, holding it overnight, taking that scary overnight risk, selling it first thing the next morning. VIX, I am considering buying VIX again today with this higher low V1 here. So yes, I got out on that remaining part at break even, unfortunately, but I was following my rules. Now we have a higher low V1 rejection of the -1 ATR channel. This is definitely a potential for me. XLU, getting out of XLU here with the 520 cross back under. So let me put on here, and then let me do a little bit of math. All right, let's take a look. Let me do some blink math. What am I doing here? I'm taking my maximum allowed loss. I'm dividing by the value of the two ATRs so I can adjust for volatility. Right. Remember, adjusting for volatility is very important to me. You know, a lot of people say, oh, I just buy 100 shares. Well, you buy 100 shares regardless of what the volatility is. If volatility increases by twice and you have the same amount of shares, you now have double the risk, right? If volatility dries up by a half and you still buy 100 shares, well, you really should have 200 shares. So it works both ways. But I really think it's important to adjust for volatility based upon what's going on with your particular stock. And then VIXI. Okay. All right. Now we're good to go. We are good to go, everybody. Look at Bitcoin here. Look at this. Lost the 250-day moving average here on the CME chart. 39.91. I would be interested in Bitcoin if we can close back above the 250. That would be one potential. Or if we come back down, see if we can hold that 30 RSI level. Be nice if we had a confluence of 30 RSI and the negative third ATR channel, but kind of a bad sign for Bitcoin there that we lost the 250-day moving average of support because it held it here, 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 here. Yep. Tim says, Steve, I'm a big Jordan fan and I got to see a different side of the different sacrifices to the best. Tim said, I had a chance to attend a workshop with Al Vermeil. He was Chicago's trainer. Oh, interesting. Steve says BLNK is currently the 6th most shorted stock in the market. Oh, interesting. Michael Wilkinson said, I effing knew it. I have OCD as well. I thought you did, Mike. When we taught, I sussed it out. I was like, he's one of my kind. Okay. Where am I? What am I doing? Do I know what I'm doing? All right, here we go. Let's start out with FISV. All right, here's Pfizer. Fractal breakout high with 2 lower highs to the left, 2 lower highs to the right. Is closing above the 250-day moving average. It does backtest well. I did backtest it. Let's look at the week. Weekly is bumping up right against that 50-week moving average, acting as resistance. You know, up on a down day, which is good, so it has good relative strength. And I think I spoke too soon. 109.16, 109.18. No, it is not crossed over. I am sorry. That was earlier in the day that I looked at it. So currently, this has not crossed over. Budweiser, a little interesting here. A lot of volume today. You know, what's going on with this volume? I would potentially be, I mean, we've just moved down, we trended down, had some sideways motion here. So at least there's some equilibrium with some buyers and sellers. I would potentially be interested in buying Budweiser. I mean, look at the move down. I remember I was trying to short Budweiser up here and I couldn't get any shares to borrow. Bummer, right? But, you know, has it reached the level? It seems to be holding. Potentially with the close over the 200 or the 100-day moving average, we'll just have to see how that closes. BIDU has a close back over, under, and back over the 250. Offers a good risk to reward ratio. It's a 44.35 RSI. Let's look over on the weekly and see what's happening. Did find support at the 200-day on the weekly 2 weeks in a row. Has the resistance of the 50 above. Doesn't mean anything right now. But if it rejects there, that might be concerning. This is a potential. This does backtest well. The 250-day is 184.71 or 184.93, so that is a potential as well. CHGG, well, earlier in the day it was above the 200-day moving average. Looks like it's below now, so I'm going to take that one off the list. PTON had a V1 yesterday, closed back above the 200-day moving average in the value zone, right where I like it. You know, I could see buying this if it closed above the 200-day moving average with a good risk to reward ratio. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly has had support at the 5, the 10, the 20, the 50, and a V1 on the weekly. So there's your confluence of signals. So that's potential, but the 200-day moving average is 119.80. We're at 119.68, so we are under at the moment on PTON. CRM, earlier in the day was a higher low V2. Now it is untriggered, so I'm going to be letting that one go. OTOX, Look, this is a nice setup for a V2 tomorrow. Ava, if you're listening, we're above the value zone. We come into the value zone. We make a lower high. Now we've washed out the low. We could trigger a nice V2 in the value zone tomorrow. I like how this looks. The volume, I'm not so thrilled about. 261,000. Not too thrilled about that. Definitely there's not a trigger today, but I could just see from the setup that a nice V2 could potentially happen tomorrow. Potentially. PSTG, potential higher low V2 tomorrow, but nothing today. Somebody in PSTG, I kind of remember. Now let's take it off. SPLK, return to value, 1 day sideways, no sideways there. So, you know, I like for return to values, I need it to close above the value zone, come into the value zone. I need to have sideways motion of at least 2 days. I need to have false breakout to the downside and reversal back with a V1 or a V2. Day one's bar is larger than 1 ATR, so that nixes the deal for me. BLNK is what Steve mentioned. Right, 32.93 is the 200-day moving average. We are at 33.03, down 4.62%. Let's take a look over on the weekly. We are in the value zone, lost the 50 RSI, 520 cross under on the weekly. You know, we'll keep it around. UTZ looks pretty good. 520 crossover, 2289 to 2287. So that one is a potential. Good relative strength on that one as well. And then VIX, higher low V1, rejection of the -1 ATR channel. So that is also potential for me. So I'm going to go through them one more time. Pfizer, not Pfizer, FISV, totally different company. I like the relative strength. Not a crossover, but a close above the 250-day moving average gives a decent risk-reward ratio. Definitely some volume there. Budweiser, liking it less. BIDU, close the gap, close above the 200-day moving average, up big today. Supported the 200-day moving average. Yeah, I still would have to keep that one around. I think I'm going to let Blink go. Right now we have 2287, 2287. That is a legitimate crossover as far as ETF replay is concerned. That big bar. Do I like the big bar? I really don't. I like the relative strength. Yes, I do. MACD is positive. We're back over 50. All right, we'll keep that one around as well. And then VIXY. I do like the higher low close back. I like the higher low V1 over yesterday's close, and the close is 29.23. So I better put a line there at 29.23. That's kind of my line in the sand for a higher low V1. So all right, I think that looks good. 4 potentials, and I'll just narrow it down from there. What do we have? We have about 15 minutes. Timothy says Momo is a V2. Momo. It's actually a V1, Tim. Today did go lower than yesterday. So I can see how you would think it looks like a V2 because yesterday did go below the day before's low, but you really can't have a V1 and 2 on the same day. It has to be one or the other. It's a bullish engulfing bar, rejection of the -3rd ATR channel. Did we reject the 30? No, we did not. We did reject the 5 EMA above us as a resistance. I don't like the big bar, Tim. I don't like last week's big bar. You know how I feel about those. I mean, yes, we could rally maybe up to like $14.28, but we're going to run right into that Fibonacci 50% resistance level. I think I'm going to pass on that one. All right, XLU. We have our cross under. We do barely, so I'm definitely going to have to watch this one. ALK holding. I got to keep it. CLB doing great. Keepies. CMG fine. Keepies. CMI. Looks like it's, I mean, it is holding the 200-day moving average. I will keep that as long as it holds above. GDX. All right, give me one sec. Let me take care of a little biz over here. Okay. And there we go. Okay. So I do have to watch CMI here. I do have to watch XLU here as well. Qs went back positive. All right, let's see if we can make heads or tails of this. All right, on the plus side, not plus size, FISV. Fractal, close back above the 200-day moving average. MACD is positive. We're over the 50 RSI. Weekly, bumping into that 50-week moving average is resistance. So that being said, I'm going to take that one off the board. BIDU, battling with the 250-day moving average. It's currently above by 4 cents. If we look at the higher time frame, we are holding at the 200, so I will keep that one around as a potential. UTZ does have the 520 crossover. There was some selling that came in up at the 50 EMA and also the previous highs up on the day. I think I'm going to let that one go. And VIX, I like the higher low close back above yesterday's close. Looks like a bullish engulfing bar, rejection of the -1 ATR channel. You know, I already have equities, obviously, with my positions over here. So I think what I'm going to do, the only trade I'm going to take today is on the VIX. I'll put Baidu up there again, just we can see, but I'm going to concentrate on my XLU with the cross under. As a matter of fact, I am going to sell XLU right now and just be done with it. Take my loss, right? No fun to take a loss, but it's a good trade because I followed my rules. What do? You know, we have a garden. We want to keep that garden free of weeds so that your vegetables, so that your flowers can grow. How do you do that? You keep the garden free of weeds. And in trading, your weeds are your losses. If you let your losses pile up, it's like the weeds taking over the garden. It's going to choke out everything and choke out your vegetables and your flowers, right? That's the analogy I always use. You know, I'll put some time into a different analogy, but, you know, it does make sense. We want to keep our portfolio free of weeds. We want to let the green ones grow, get rid of the red ones. This one wasn't working out. I had to follow my plan. My plan was if we had a 520 cross under, we did. Could go racing up tomorrow. Who cares? I really don't care. I'm way past that. Just focus on having a new good trade. So I am out of XLU with the loss. And I do like the VIX here. I like the higher low V1, bullish engulfing bar, rejection of the -1 ATR channel. Gives me a little bit of balance and hedge to the rest of my portfolio where I'm still long. So I like it. I like it. Looks like the VIX is heading up here. Okie dokie smoky. Okay. That's what I thought. Okay. Hey, we have a fun fact from Frank. Why can't they make cars? Only 18 out of 1 million Lego pieces are defective. That's based on 20 billion pieces manufactured each year. Only 18 out of 1 million Lego pieces defective. You're right. Why don't they make cars? Can you imagine that? That is a fun fact. Frank, thank you. Steve says AVXL. I mean, Timothy does, sorry. Yeah, it's a V1, but it's a lower high, didn't wash out the low. Sorry, I always feel like a Scrooge and like have to poo-poo on everything. But, you know, I want you to have the best setup. And yes, it is a V1, but we had a lower high. If I have a lower high, I have to wash out the low first before I can get interested anyway. And has not washed it out. Steve says, I exited Angie for a 3.59% loss on the drop below the previous day's low. I exited FCX for a 2.83% gain after the loss of yesterday's low. Dan says, smash the like button. Thank you so much, Dan. Appreciate that. Okay, so I already got rid of XLU. Is my ALK holding? Yes. CLB holding? Yes. CMG down. CMI. Ooh, it's going to be a photo finish. 241.19. We're at 241.39. I'm going to have that one on the radar to get rid of that one. Let me make sure. Yep, so I'm going to have to watch that. GDX, good to go. SPY, of course, buying that automatically with the market on close order. And VXX. And our other was BIDU. Yeah. Got to halfway of this big bar here. I'm going to buy VIX. Yeah, I'm going to buy VIX, and that's it. And then watch my CMI. A little bit of a breather. We have 5 minutes to go, everyone. 5 minutes. New entry today for me, higher low V1, rejection of the -1 ATR channel on the VIX. Okay. Dow down 108, NASDAQ big reversal down 63 points, S&P down 16. SPY making a new low on the day. VIX making a new high. All right. VIX making a new high. I already bought it, 29.64. CMI. It's going to be a photo finish. Looks like it's holding okay at the moment. Frank is out of CMI for a small loss, half position. Okie doke. I will get that noted in just a little while. CMI, are we holding? We are holding, barely. Couple minutes to go. S&P making a low on the day. VIX very close to a high on the day. CMI holding. All right, 1 minute to go, everyone. I've already bought VIX. I bought it 29.64. S&P off of its lows now. CMI looks fine. Looks like it's going to hold at 200. ALK, we still good on ALK? We're still good. All right, 10 seconds on my end. Right, there we go. That's it. That is it. So today I got filled on VIX at 29.64. I got filled on the overnight SPY trade at 435.59. So let's get those marked up. All right, my entry 29.64. Where is my stop going to be on this? Well, it's going to be a close below today's halfway of the washout bar. Today's the washout bar. gave us the V2. Right about there, tomorrow, 29.09 gives me a good risk to reward ratio. If I'm wrong, if I have a close below today's halfway mark, if I'm right, we could run up here, maybe challenge that old high. That's the important part, right? The risk to reward is always the most important. Position size and risk to reward. SPY, got a little discount on the SPY trade here. Bought it at 435.59, so, well, that's good. 435.59. 435.59. All right. So listen, if any of my students have any new entries or exits for me today that they would like me to update on the board, this is the time to go ahead, put them in the live stream chat. Before we do that, just want to take care of a few pieces of business. Just first of all, want to remind everybody that I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I love to teach. I feel like I'm a good teacher. I know I teach a really, really good course. I've been trading for over 25 years. What I teach you in the course are the 5 different trading approaches that I use. I teach you step by step exactly how to do it, position size, all your stops, intraday profit targets, overhead resistance level, great trailing stop methodology. And I think the best way to learn anything is to do it one-on-one with your teacher or your mentor. That way, if you have questions, you can ask immediately, you get an answer immediately. I throw a lot of curveballs at you. I really want you to succeed. I mean, it's very, very important to me that my students succeed. So I burn a lot of calories, I put a lot of energy into the lessons, ask a lot of questions, we do a lot of simulation trades, because when we're done with one particular trading approach, I really want you to know it and to have it. And because, like I said, it's very important for me because I care about people, I care about their success, and it's also important for my brand, for my channel, that I have good results with my traders. And I have had some really great traders come out of my course. So if you're interested, you can send me an email. Email's in the description of this video. Just write me an email, say, Greg, I'm potentially interested in your course. I'll say, great. Let's do a Skype call. Skype call is just so we can get to know each other better. I want to learn more about you, your trading, your challenges, your trading goals, your trading challenges, and it's a really good time for you to ask me any questions that you have specifically about the course. And then when we're done with the call, think about it as long as you want. And if you decide one morning you wake up and say, hey, I want to start doing these lessons, email me back and we'll get it all set up. Secondly, I do have a really good online video course available on udemy.com. I teach you the deep dip by stock trading strategy. I teach it to you step by step. It's a great course. I've had so many good reviews. I've had so much good feedback on this course. It's 9.5 hours of video, 26 videos total, 15 study guides, and the best news on udemy.com, it's only like $12 or $15. That's right. That's like the best 12 or 15 bucks you'll ever spend. So the link's in the description if you want to improve your trading, but financially you can't do it one-on-one. Use the link in the description. Go get the deep dip by stock trading course on Udemy. You'll really like it. And if you have any questions about it while you're taking the course, just ask me here in the live stream and I'll answer them. And then lastly, if you like today's podcast, if you found something helpful, I would really appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. It does help to build the channel, helps keep the channel around, lets YouTube know there's some valuable content here. And so if anything helped you out today, I just would appreciate if you could hit that thumbs up button before you check out of here and get on with your day. Okay, done with business. Now, let's see. Steve is out of Angie. All right, we'll take Steve off there. Steve is also out of FCX with the loss of the previous day's low. Very nice trade, Steve. FCX. Okie dokie. Good trade there, Steve. Frank is out of CMI. Okay, of the half position. All right. What are your thoughts on crypto right now? Well, it depends on your chart, Frank. Here's the CME chart of Bitcoin, lost the 250-day moving average. I would wait for a close back above the 250 to see if we could get a rejection underneath. Test those prices, don't like them, close back above, give a good risk to reward ratio. So alternative, two options. One, if you close above the 250, that would for me, on this particular chart, that's where I would look to enter if it was a good risk reward ratio. Secondly, if we could go back down, possibly test the previous low, look for an under over 30. Those are my thoughts on crypto right now. But the loss of this 250-day moving average is not a good sign in my opinion. Okay, Kamal, out of, on the daily, out of Boeing. All right, good trade, Kamal. Okay, so Steve is long Blink. BLNK. BLNK. All right, let's try it one more time. BLNK. All right. Steve is long at 33.02 with the bounce of the 200. Makes sense. Good risk to reward ratio, right? A little scary to buy it there, but sometimes that's where the best ones come from. 33.02 for Steve. Ava is out of BA. Okay, out of PD. Glad you sold that quarter yesterday. Out of 1/2. As it held the 100. So, okay, that makes sense, Ava. Okay. And UVXY. Okay. UVXY. XY. All right, so this is VIX. Yep. Same chart, huh? Higher low V1. Okay. We've got Ava in that. All right. Paxton. We are out of Angie. Angie's a tricky one, that Angie. Tricky. Out of XLU. The dynamic duo is out of XLU. Out of PD. And in Blink with Steve. All right. Dynamic duo. Oakley dokley. Anyone else? What's going on after hours? Let's check it out. Okay. ALK up 21 cents. Q's down 3 cents. VIX up 4 cents. All right, good. Big reversal today. I mean, no chart damage on the Dow, but just down. NASDAQ. False breakout to the upside, Adam V1, and a rejection of the third ATR channel, and an over 70, under 70. There's a little damage there, in my opinion. And the SPY V1 to the downside. And loss of the 70. 69.29, yeah, probably. Yeah, so some interesting goings on there for sure. All right, so listen, if you have any other questions, if you want me to update anything else on the board, go ahead, put them in. As you know, I like to read this saying every day. I think it's important. But if we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction. This is by Martin Kornfeld. It's a great saying. It's a simple thing to do. Just go out and try to do something nice for somebody today. Just a smile, a wave, a hello, help them put something in their car. Well, that might be weird. Depends if you know them, right? But just try to do something nice. And if you could also go out and do something nice for an animal today, that would be great, right? Just give them a little pat on the head, a little pat on the bum, throw the ball, take them on a walk, give them a little treat, give them a little love, right? They love that stuff just like we love it. So let's try to go out, do something nice for a human, try to go out, do something nice for an animal. Maybe one day, if you need it, somebody will be there for you as well. So thank you, Martin Kornfeld. These are good words to live by. Okay, well. So I did buy VIX today. I did get out of XLU. Oh, got out of Goldman Sachs yesterday before earnings. I didn't look. Seemed like the right thing to do. S&P down 7.5 cents. Pax says, thanks, Greg, Steve, and all. Thank you, Packy. Thanks, Tracy. Waterbender says, what is your opinion on mass? I was never very good at physics. Oh, this one? Down big. V2 to the downside. It's holding halfway of the bar 4 bars ago. I don't think I'd be doing anything here with mass yet. We've closed back below the -1 ATR channel. What I'd like to see is this move up into the value zone, have a bit of a pullback, retest the -1 ATR channel, and get triggered into the trade with a V1 or a V2. But I don't see anything here, mass, that I would cause me to want to jump into this at the moment. Whew. So it's a beautiful day here in Utah. It looks like it's nice and hot, just how I like it. And gonna put on my backpack, put on my hiking shoes, go for a little hike. And like I told you before, go through in my mind what I did right today, what I did wrong today, how I can be better tomorrow. You know, my goal at the end of every day is not to have any seller's regret or have any buyer's regret. I like to do my affirmations. I know it sounds a little woo-woo, but it can't hurt, right? This is what I do for a living. So I do my affirmations while I hike. And I like doing those. It's nice and meditative. I guess that's the right word. Frank says, I think Goldman is selling for like 7 times earnings, which must be really bugging them. Yeah, so that'd be like a 7 price to earnings ratio. They're 7 times however much they make per share. That's what they're selling for. Boy, if they were 7 times up there, what were they when it was way down? Wow, interesting. I never worry about Goldman Sachs in the long run. Do you, Frank? Waterbender says, thanks and have a nice evening, traders. You as well, Waterbender. Thank you for coming. Michael says, have a great day. You too, Lova. Appreciate that, my friend. So, well, have a good rest of your day. Be good, be safe, do something nice for someone, drive safe, hands at 10 and 2, look both ways when you cross the street. Tomorrow is garbage day. Do not forget to put down your cans tonight. I messed up last week. After all my blustering about not forgetting, well, I didn't really forget, but we had the holiday and that messed me up, and I ran outside and away went the truck, and they laughed at me. I could hear them giggling and laughing as they drove out when I was like, please stop. Yeah, like that's never happened in the history of the world, right? That they've actually turned around and come and got, and they just laugh. Okay, well, I think that's it for today, unless anyone has any other questions, but have a good day, hopefully see you tomorrow. I'm teaching tonight. Going to get into some crypto stuff tonight with my students because they're big into crypto, and so hopefully we'll have some trades for them there. But again, if you like today's podcast, appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. Think about one-on-one lessons. Think about the course on Udemy. If you're interested, it's all there. It's all there in the description of the video. So, okay, I think that's it. Ava says thank you and enjoy your evenings. You as well, Ava. Hope you have a lovely evening. Good walk with your pup. All right. I will talk to everyone later. LOL, Greg, on your trash story. It's true. I heard them rumbling in. I was like, oh my gosh, here they are. I opened the garage door. I run on down. They saw me. They could have stopped, seriously. And they just giggled and laughed and cackled and saw me chasing them down like in a movie. Please take my trash. No, not gonna happen. I meant story about garbage. Oh no, I know what you were saying. Ava. Okay. Well, I think that's it. Thanks so much for coming, everyone. Hopefully see you all tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Wednesday? Oh yeah, we just discussed that because it's trash day. Hopefully see you tomorrow on Wednesday, and we'll see what the market does. Take care, everyone. Here comes the U.S. legal disclaimer. Bye-bye. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.